I want to welcome Mike Harris. Known Mike since 1988-89. He was a manager at Michigan. He's the ticket manager for the Phillies. He wouldn't give me seats because he knew I dressed in Padre gear. So I couldn't get tickets from an old friend, and that's hard to believe. But I will be at the game tonight cheering on the Padres and excited to do so. Aztec basketball is here. We have a scrimmage Sunday with UCLA we're excited about. This weekend practice has been a little disjointed. We had some guys out that got their booster shots, and so they're out a day or two. So it's been a little disjointed, but we'll get back at it full strength on Thursday, leading to UCLA scrimmage, and then leading into the exhibition game November 1 and the opener November 7. So excited where we are. No expectations are high, and now the polls are starting to come out and put more pressure on an old coach, but we're excited for that, and we're ranked high because I keep telling everybody we're good. Now we have to go out and be good.
Jaden Liddy, how different is he this afternoon than a year ago this afternoon when he first walked on campus?
Jaden was imposing physically from the second he stepped on campus. And then on the scout team, we let him be the best player on whatever team we played. When he was Orlando Robinson from Fresno, he scored every time on us in the block. When he was another player on the perimeter, he would score the ball. But the problem is now he's not running Fresno offense or UNLV offense. He's running San Diego State offense. So he's got a learning curve where he's trying to learn how we do things at the offensive end and yet play with great freedom that I give players to do. And so Jaden, his greatest skill is his size and strength, but his motor. He's a play-hard guy. So we might not run a play for him, and all of a sudden he'll end up with a ball on the offensive glass, or he'll run the floor and beat everyone down the floor. So his energy and his motor are probably what separates him, along with his physical size and strength.
You mentioned the polls. Tomorrow, the Mountain West poll will come out, and you are widely expected to be picked first. As a coach, do you even look at that? Do you want that? How do you approach that?
Yeah, we want expectations to be high. That's what this program is. We've worked hard to get it there. We don't want to be the team where you look up and we're picked last and have great satisfaction when we finish 8th. We want to be picked first, and we want to finish first. And last year, obviously, Boise had the magical year. They won all the close games, 3 of them against us, and they won the title. So we have to find a way to make that us this year, where we win close games, we perform at a high level, and we hang another banner.
What do you learn about your basketball team in these close scrimmages against other Division I teams like UCLA that you'll play on Sunday? Is there do you overreact to it? Do you underreact to it? Or what do you expect to see, and how do you make assessments based on that?
I think last year when we scrimmaged them, we didn't really go over anything other than their personnel before the scrimmage. And this year we'll do a scout on them. We'll look what they ran last year, because I want to see how we do when we're prepped for a game, because we're right into the fire with this year's schedule. BYU, Stanford, Fullerton, Maui. So we can't ease in. So we'll prep for this time. And last time, we beat them the year before at our place, and I felt when we played at UCLA last year, they prepped for us. They knew what we were running. They doubled some stuff, and that's how they approached it, and we didn't. And this year we're going to approach it that way, not because of what happened last year in the scrimmage, because we have a really hard schedule right away. So I want to see how the new guys handle a scout. When we tell them we want to take this away, then they have to take it away. If we just let them play and play to our principles, we won't really know how they handle a scout. So we're going to scout and prep for UCLA for Sunday.
Can you speak to your relationship with Nick Cronin? Because you played in 2020, and that's such a unique year right down here at VA House, and obviously that was somewhat atypical to the way UCLA schedules basketball games. Then you've had the close scrimmages the last couple of years. What goes into them playing here in 2020 and these close scrimmages against each other as well?
Yeah, UCLA, in how many years, they never play a road game in the state of California. They haven't played it in years and years. And because of COVID, because we both got out of MTEs somewhere across the country, he said, I'll come play you down there. And it was a tremendous favor to us. And I'm grateful for that. And playing against each other is good for both of us. Both of us had very good programs. It's the kind of test you want in the early season to get yourself ready for regular season play. So it's something that I think could go on for years. I don't know if we'll play each other again if it's not in an MTE, but it's great to test your team against a really well-coached team and a really talented team.
What's the genesis of this specific scrimmage? Is this multi-year deal? We said we'll go this year, your place and come to our place, or is it that every year you guys try to decide for the scrimmage?
I'm sure the assistants will have opinions, but Mick and I will get on the phone and we'll decide if we want to play again because we're friends. And I don't know. I mean, we scrimmage USC back-to-back years. We've scrimmaged UCLA in the past before Mick was there. So I think you're just trying to find a really good game, against a really good team to see where you're really at. The exhibition games are fine, but they're a whole different dynamic. They're more like, let's get in a game routine. Let's show them what warm-ups are. Let's go through our game day prep in the building. So when they step on the floor against Fullerton, it's not the first time they're in Viejas with a bunch of people in the stands and a whole different feel about it. So that is less about maybe the exact competition, but a game day feel. So each of them provides value, but obviously UCLA will be, without giving any disrespect to St. Louis Christian, will be obviously the more challenging competition.
Has there been any further thought about negotiating with USD now that Lavin is there and bringing a different set of credentials to that program?
I don't have any plans right now to add USD to the schedule, Lee. I mean, we have another Division I school in the city, UCSD, and they were willing to play us 2-for-1. And so to get 2 home games and only 1 road game makes more sense to us. It'd be different if USD was ranked and the metrics matched up. But for me to go into USD and have a sold-out crowd and run the risk of losing that game if their RPI or their numbers are in the 200s doesn't make sense to take a road game. We would never do that with anybody else in the state. So it's no disrespect for them. I'm sure he'll build it up to the point where it'll be a conversation. But right now, with UCSD willing to play us 2-for-1, it makes more sense to do that.
What specific things with this UCLA team, as you started looking at them, do you think they'll cause problems for you and maybe expose you a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's a point guard in Tyre Campbell that's played a ton of college basketball. It's Jaquez, who's probably preseason player of the year in the Pac-12, that's got NBA talent. It's Bona, a new freshman that's going to be tough and good, and we'll see how Nate handles that challenge going against a really good freshman. So it's just the whole thing, and it's Mick. Mick's teams have a personality. They play with toughness. They're aggressive. They're going to do things. They're going to change up a game plan. They'll switch every screen. They'll double ball screens. They're going to make us make adjustments for a scrimmage if he chooses to do so. I'm not going to call him and ask him what he's going to do. We'll just get out there and react to what he does. But this is a team that's very talented and very well coached.
Is there anything as you go into this game that you're excited to see about your team, whether it's defense, offense, rebounding, transition? Is there one particular thing that you kind of don't know and you want to see what happens?
It's probably see how much slippage we have from the new guys. The veterans have played a lot of games at San Diego State, so I kind of have a feeling what to expect from them, hopefully just at a one step higher level. It's the new guys when all of a sudden we're not practicing and we're actually playing. How many mistakes do they make? Is the moment too big for them at the time? And like I said, I'm really excited to see as the season goes on, who's going to close games for us. Games are going to be games, equal opportunity, but with 2 or 3 possessions left in the game and it's close, where am I going to put the ball? Where's the team going to put the ball? Is it Matt? Is it going to be Darion? Is it Keisha? Who is it? Who's going to close games for us? And I'm excited to see who that is. We don't know it. It's like the football saying, you know who you think you are until you get punched in the nose, and then you find out who you are. So we'll see what we are. I have an idea what we are, but until we face competition and get punched in the nose, we'll see what we are.
Will this be a regular 40-minute scrimmage, or will you do some controlled stuff?
I think we'll go 40. Everyone acts at the end like, well, do you want to go 3 minutes a zone? And usually that doesn't happen. I think we'll go 40 minutes, and that'll be good enough.
Ask Brady about, college football is like the one sport that doesn't have preseason exhibitions. Other sports do, even professional sports do. you imagine, I mean, you coached the days when you didn't have this, how much of a benefit do these closed-door scrimmages have now that you're able to have them?
It's fantastic. It's great, you know, because you're going to get to play a team, like I said, we're not going to see UCLA this year. You know, they didn't want to schedule, it didn't work out, but we're still going to get to play them to see how we measure up where we're at. So instead of playing inter-shot scrimmages all the way and then playing a soft schedule, we're going to play against a really good team, and we're going to kind of know what we are. We're going to come back and either say, wow, we're better than we'd hoped we'd be, or we're going to come back and go, we have 8 miles to go before we play a game. We have so much work to do. And that we'll get that answer when we scrimmage them.